What's going on, guys? Today I just wanted to open one of these Carnivore Clubs. I get these most months. This is one of the snack ones. I don't always, share these videos or show it. It's not something I'm consistently doing, but sometimes I will share it like on Instagram. In this case, I'm just doing a video of it. Just why not, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys are already familiar with this. This is just a monthly kind of meat company. Whether you get the large one with the, a lot of the meat sticks, or you do one of these snack boxes. It's just for like gourmet meats, and it's really, really good. Some of these things I've gotten in Carnivore Club boxes have been literally some of the best meat I've ever had in my life. So today I'm just checking it out. Maybe I'll try one. Today rocking the Sog Trident AT. Very cool newer version of the Sog Trident. Definitely do a video on that in the future. I'm going to zip that box open real quick. Alright, so let's see here. You can pause the screen there if you want to read that. This is about the two different brands here. It looks like People's Choice Beef Jerky and Mythical Meats. Pretty cool. Here's a breakdown of what's actually in the box, but I don't want to read it there. I just want to look at it. So we got a couple sticks here. Let's see, Loch Ness Monster. So the Mythical Meats, that's cool. So you're going with that whole theme of different monsters and stuff, mythical beasts. Beef and Wild Buffalo Snack Stick. Sounds pretty good. I mean, I have to say I probably have only had a couple meat sticks that I haven't liked, and they're mostly from gas stations. So my expectations are pretty good for most of these things. This one's the Griffin, which is Ostrich Meat. Now something to consider here too, and this is across the board with all different companies. When you have these exotic, they'll say exotic meat sticks, this one says ostrich, right? So you think like, oh, that's just ground up ostrich meat. Not necessarily. In this case, the first ingredient is beef. So it's still predominantly a beef jerky stick, but they put ostrich meat in it. So you can taste that sometimes. In some cases, it kind of depends on how they're spicing it up and flavoring it. Sometimes you can taste that it's a little bit gamey and you're like, oh, it's cool, it's different. But more times than not, it's not like it's just solid ostrich meat, mostly because it would just be too expensive. So just keep that in mind. In fact, let's go back to the first one here and see. The first one is beef and then buffalo. So again, I don't know what the exact proportions are, but when you list ingredients, I believe it's, the most ingredient down to the least ingredient. So it's more beef than it is, in this case, buffalo. But still cool. Still love these things. The basilisk is alligator with beef. All right. Then we have the werewolf, venison. Venison teriyaki. That sounds great. And the chupacabra chorizo Mexican style snack. Of course, that makes sense. The chupacabra is the chorizo. Okay, so we got a couple bags of jerky as well. People's Choice garlic ginger. That sounds really good. All right, so next one here is also People's Choice, and this is carne seca limon con chile. That sounds really good, really good. And the third one is also People's Choice, and this is Nashville Hots. I am a massive fan. I'm going to try this one. I'm going to try this one right now. But I am a massive fan of Nashville chicken. All right, it's really, really good. And I've never had the real thing. I've only had cheap versions of it, and I love that. So I can only imagine getting the real stuff. All right, so I'm just going to give a quick little taste test on this. This is a good consistency. It's not like one of those super mushy beef jerkies. I actually really like those, and Christina does not. When I talk about when it's like really, really moist and stuff, she just doesn't like it. She likes the texture of beef jerky. And I talk to a lot of dudes that feel the exact same way. I happen to like the other one when it's super soft and supple, just because it's easier to eat. But yeah, beef jerky, as we know it, is very dried meat. So it usually is stiff. It takes a lot to chew, and as you're chewing it, all the flavors coming out and creating juices and stuff, and it's really good. This is like right in the middle. It's not like so dry it's cracking and crumbling, but it's pliable, but it's dry. So I'm probably going to cut out the chewing part because that's unnecessary. But I'm going to try a piece of this Nashville Hot. Let's see what it smells like. Oh my God. That smells phenomenal. It smells like the best buffalo sauce you can imagine. But like not just buffalo sauce, there's something else going on there too. All right, anyway, I'm gonna shut up and eat this, and I'll get back to you and tell you what I thought. Holy smokes. All right, first of all, that is delicious. It is every bit as delicious as it smelled. I can barely talk as my mouth is watering. It is actually hot, which is really nice too. I mean, it attacked my throat right away. Roof of the mouth burn, my gums are burning, my tongue's burning. It's really spicy. It's really good. It lit me up real quick. The flavor is phenomenal. I taste a ton of like paprika and garlic in this. I'm curious to see actually what they're using for the heat. It looks like, well, I guess the spice extract. I don't know if they're actually using pepper extract. It would be very little, because as we know, that's an extremely violent burn. But you know, if they did it the right way, how you're supposed to use extract, use a little drop in a big old batch of something, you get this effect, where it's just a really, really nice burn, and it's not like ridiculous. You're not supposed to eat extract straight. Thank you, internet, for people wanting to do dumb stuff and impress other people and make them laugh. That's why people do that, but it is not its intended purpose. So, that is phenomenal. I think I want to try this one too real quick before we go. This just sounds really good too. So I'm going to do just that. Try a little piece of this. So this seems to be the same thing. This one's just a touch drier than the other one. Go ahead and smell it. Well, I'm getting a little bit of a dog treat vibe with the smell. If you have a dog, or smelled dog treats before that were like meat, you know, scented or flavored. But that's not always a telltale. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. And hopefully it doesn't taste like a dog treat. Here we go. All right, well, I have to say it's edible, but you know, when someone says it's edible, it's not delicious. And I was unimpressed with that. Kind of just tastes like, you know, off the shelf beef jerky, cheap jerky. You know, my mouth's still pretty lit up from the Nashville Hot, but I can sense just a little bit of spice in this. In fact, I didn't look at the ingredients yet. Let's see. Where is the ingredient? Oh, okay. Beef water, seasoning, sea salt, guajillo chili pepper. I'm not sure how hot that pepper is, but it's also cracked red pepper, which I guess is where the heat's coming from. So run of the mill, you know, the pepper flakes you put on pizza. That's about the spice level. Lemon concentrate, garlic powder. So yeah, I mean, unimpressive. Like I said, it smelled like a dog treat. It tasted a little bit, you know, like it smelled. So that's not something I would ever buy. I'm gonna have to try this third one now, because this was like amazing. I mean, really amazing beef jerky. Kind of crappy. So now I gotta see, there has to be like a leavener here, because I don't know. In People's Choice, I got mixed feedback now from the company. So let's go ahead and try this one. Garlic ginger. Ooh, this one's a little bit on the sticky side, almost like a teriyaki. Give it a smell. Oh yeah, oh, tons and tons of garlic and ginger. How about that, huh? All right, go ahead and chew this up, see what I think. Wow, all right. That's amazing. That's actually really good. I'm not a guy who always goes to ginger. Like my wife likes ginger. Like if we happen to go to a, you know, Chinese buffet or something, you know, she gets a little salad and she always puts a little ginger sauce on there. She likes that. I don't mind the flavor of ginger. You know, if I'm having some sushi or something, I'll eat the little ginger that's there. But you definitely taste it, and it's a nice balance between that and the garlic. It's not garlic heavy. And garlic is such a strong flavor, you would think that would, I mean, ginger is a strong flavor too. But things I've had before that were ginger garlic, which go together in a lot of different dishes, it's usually garlic heavy, and this is pretty balanced. So that is really, really good. This thing is amazing. Like, I'd love to have a pallet of that. And this back one was just kind of crappy. So, I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's what they say, right? So, yeah, I mean, it seems a little hit and miss, but I don't know, I guess stick with the bags that are gray. That seems to be the key there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try just a little bite of one of these sticks. Let's try the Griffin, the ostrich and beef, of course. See what that's all about. All right. Well, I mean, you know, it's a meat stick. They're all usually pretty similar. It's just the flavor coming out of it. But here we go. Okay, I can get behind that. This was, you know, on the sweet side, like, you know, maybe brown sugar or something. And there's definitely like a little funk there, which would, I have to assume is the ostrich meat compared to the beef. It is a very soft consistency, and just feeling these in the package, I feel like they're all soft. Not like, like Slim Jims have a chew to it. You know, you buy a Slim Jim, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage, you gotta slap into a Slim Jim. You don't just bite it, you snap into it because it has that snappy skin. But you know, when you're chewing it, you're actually chewing it. It's like a beefier, meatier texture. This one is not like a Slim Jim. It's a much softer, not as dense, not as meaty meat. You know, more like a kibasi, a Polish sausage. So it is like, you know, a little, it's easier to eat basically, all right, if you don't like to chew a bunch, unlike a Slim Jim. So these are all, you know, seem to be more like that, like, you know, just softer, less chewy meats, which some people like, some people won't like. But anyway, that is the assessment here. I love all these snack boxes. It's really cool to get these different experiences. And again, when I come across something like this, I actually make notes because these are awesome things to ask for Christmas. You know, I love beef jerky. I don't always want to spend the money on it. You know, if I go online, I don't know what these things cost individually. You know, but I don't want to spend like $20 or $30 on beef jerky. I'd rather go to the grocery store and get a couple things I can make some meals out of, you know, to conserve the money. But I do love beef jerky. So this is a great way to actually try it, but if I find something I really like, I'll make a little note and, you know, people are like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, well, hey, you know, maybe this beef jerky because I want it again, but I don't want to spend the money on it. You know, it's one of those things. But you know me, I just love experiences as a whole, and I love to try different stuff. So this is a great way to do it. But hey, if you don't like meat, you're watching the channel because of knives, stay tuned because I will be doing a review on this Sog Trident AT. I definitely have stuff to talk about. I don't want to get into it. So stay tuned for that video in the future. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.